There's more. Oh, okay. No. Hello everyone! Welcome back to my first video of 2022, and today we're doing my Nintendo Switch collection for 2021. So all the games that I bought in the year of 2021, and before that, I think this is like usually my last video of the year. It's like a tradition of mine to show you all the games that I added to my collection, and it's really fun and cozy. But I was moving, and this is like the first video in my new set. This is my dedicated gaming slash studio slash home office room that I have now, and I'm so happy about it, and I'm so happy to share it with you. I counted them for the thumbnail because I did that a few weeks ago, and there were 84 games, so roughly 20 more games than in 2020. So I bought 20 games for the Nintendo Switch last year, which seems quite like, yeah, a lot, but on the other hand, I think it's my standard rate of adding to my collection. So grab a tea, get cozy, and we're talking about games now. So I'm usually starting with my favorite franchises, or like the most famous franchises, like Zelda games and Pokemon games and Mario games, and after that I go into genres like RPGs and action-adventure games and platformers and stuff like that. So we are starting with the Zelda games, because I love Zelda. It's my favorite franchise. So of course the classic one first, Zelda Breath of the Wild. This was my first game for Nintendo Switch, and I love it. I still love it, and I'm really thinking about replaying it now in preparation for Breath of the Wild 2, and it's just one of my favorite games for the Switch. If you don't have one, I highly recommend it, and it's just so lovely. And yeah, I'm a Zelda stan, so what are you expecting? But this one was a really special experience for me, and this is why it also yeah, got a lot of Game of the Year awards back then in 2017. The Switch is turning 5 years this year in March. This is like crazy for me. Of course, the Link's Awakening remake is also a part of my collection. Really love this, finished this game, never played it before because I never had a Game Boy when I was younger. And yeah, I finished it 100%, I completed it, I completed it. And got every puzzle, every hot piece, and really loved it. But to be honest, after finishing it, never picked it up again. But I'm still super happy to have it in my collection. And the newbie for this year is The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, and I was super happy about this remake because I tried to replay The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword 1 or 2 times on my Wii U because I have the original here. I have the special edition here actually with the golden Joy-Con, and not Joy-Con, it's a Wii mode. It was not a Joy-Con back then. But yeah, having this now and having better controls and also the HD graphics, I know a lot of people thought it was not enough and there could have been more in the remake section, especially for it being full price. But as a Zelda stan, I'm super happy about this. I love this game, I love the music in this game. Battle of the Goddess has been my ringtone for the past 10 years, and this won't change too soon because I just love that piece of music. And yeah, super happy. I played it like halfway through, I would say, and I enjoyed it, but as usual, there's too many games and I never finished them, so And the 2 Dynasty Warriors spin-offs. We have the old Hyrule Warriors remake that was also out for the Nintendo DS and the Wii U before, and then we have Age of the Calamity that was especially made for this, and I think the DLC for this is coming out also quite soon. Haven't played any of these, to be honest. I really was hyped for this. I was so hyped, and then the reviews were not too good, and I was like, oh, should I start it now or no? And then other games came out around the same time, and I haven't played it yet. But this is like on my pile of shameless of games that I want to play quite soon. It's always in the top five spots, but then new games come out and I'm playing the new games and not this one. But I really should do this. So before replaying Zelda Breath of the Wild, I think I should play this one maybe. Let's see. Okay, let's do Pokemon, because there were like 2 new editions this year, and a new edition is also ahead of us in like 1 week. Pokemon Arceus is coming out, Legends Arceus, and I'm super hyped for that one. So yeah, let's do Pokemon. So the first one I got for the Switch is Let's Go Eevee, and I got the Eevee edition because a lot of my friends got the Pikachu edition, and it was super cute. Played like halfway through, and I think Pokemon Blue edition back then on the Game Boy of my boyfriend, when I was 15 years old. It was the first time I had access to a Game Boy, and this is like the first Pokemon game I ever finished. and I replayed this like halfway through, so to say, and yeah, really enjoyed it. Liked it more, to be honest, than Pokemon Sword. I thought like the story was just quite boring. But it's the most current Pokemon title that is like from a new generation, so if you have a Pokemon fan in the household, I think it's always a good investment to get like a new Pokemon game. But I hope that the 9th generation, is this the 9th or 10th? I think this is the 8th generation and the 9th is coming out, I hope this year or next year, has a better storyline than this one. And yeah, so we also got the remake, so this is a new one of Pokemon Shining Brilliant Diamond. I got Brilliant Diamond and there's Shining Pearl, and I got Brilliant Diamond. I started it for a bit. A lot of people did not like the art style too much, but I was fine with it. But yeah, haven't played further along. It's more of a collection piece for me, but still, I'm also thinking about maybe doing a Nuzlocke, because it's just, if I play a usual normal Pokemon game, it's just too easy, and if it's too easy, I'm not intrigued in playing it, especially when it gets grindy. And yeah, with a Nuzlocke there might be a certain amount of challenge added to playing the game, so thinking about that, but not quite sure. And also another game, new Pokemon Snap, and I played Pokemon Snap on the N64 from my boyfriend back then and really enjoyed it, and I loved it, and this is why I got the new Pokemon Snap. Haven't played it yet. This was an impulse buy and I bought like 3 or 4 games at the same time, so and this was not my first priority, but I think if I need like a chill, cozy, snuggly game, I will yeah, get this one out and play it for a bit, but super happy to have it in the collection. I want to have like, from the main franchises, all the Zeldas, all the Marios, all the Pokemon, I want to have all the games in my collection. And this is why I also got Pokemon Mystery Dungeon DX, the Rescue Team. This is the German edition because I live in Germany and some of the editions are German, so I'm sorry for that, but yeah, got it. Haven't played it yet, also have the Game Boy Advance version for that. But thought, yeah, and I think this was part of a sale. I got like a 3 for 2 deal at one of those local electronics stores here in Germany, and this was part of these deals, so I got it for that and added it to my collection, but haven't played it yet. Oh, and if you're wondering why my game boxes are empty, all of them are empty, that's because I'm storing my games in the boxes like these, because usually before the pandemic I did a lot of meetups and I just wanted to bring all my Switch games to the Nintendo Switch meetups in my city, and I was also organizing them, and this was just the better way to do it. Nowadays I'm usually playing at home and I'm staying at home, so yeah, but also for visiting my parents or my boyfriend's parents, it's better to bring around, but I also don't want to take all of them with me, because if I lose one of these, that would be really bad, because those games are expensive. We are not adding up what I spent on all of these over the years, okay? Okay, thank you. Okay, 3 honorable mentions, because they are my most played games on the system. I have a video about my 10 most played games on the Nintendo Switch of all times, somewhere here. I can link it for you. And yeah, before I get to the Mario games and Mario Universe games, so to say, I wanted to give them some spotlight. And the first is Splatoon 2. I just love Splatoon. It's my favorite game, and I really lately just yeah, discovered that it's kind of a MOBA, a little bit MOBA styly, I don't know. But yeah, I've spent so much time on this one and played it a lot with my friends. After the Splat Battles and no updates were coming out anymore, we were kind of starting to play other games, but I'm so hyped for Splatoon 3. I think if you ask me what's my most hyped game of 2022, I would say Splatoon 3. Also Horizons Forbidden West for the PlayStation, also would really like to see that, but Splatoon 3 is up there, up there. So hyped. But I think I actually have more hours in this one. Animal Crossing New Horizons. Yes, I got it in 2022, and this was the game that rescued me in 2022. I loved it so much. I also got the DLC and I played a little bit now after this 2.0 update, and yeah, it was really fun to get back into it for a few weeks. And yeah, but I had like my own goals. I'm not an interior designer, so the DLC was not speaking to me that much. But I always wanted to have like all the flowers, all the hybrid flowers, and after having like all the blue roses and my dreamy villagers and yeah, just feeling cozy with my island, I finished it and did not play that much more Animal Crossing, but it just has a special place in my heart and I love it so much. So yeah, and this is highly recommended. This is like a game that belongs into any Nintendo Switch collection. And also a game I played a lot, especially after watching the series on Netflix, and the second season is out now, so also hyped for that. It's The Witcher Wild Hunt Complete Edition, and I own this for the PlayStation. I bought it again for the Switch because I wanted to play it on the go, even though the graphics are not the best. But yeah, it just reminded me of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I think I played that so much because I was traveling a lot then and also commuting to work, and it was just so perfect to take with me on the train and just play for 10 minutes or 15 minutes in between. And yeah, I wanted to have this with this game again, and I played a lot, but I haven't finished it yet because it's just huge, it's humongous. But I think I spent 1 week being sick, not COVID, but being sick this year, and 3 or 4 of those days I was just spending on playing The Witcher, and I think one of those days was just Gwent. It was because I wanted to get all the cards, and love this game so much, love like the cardboard thingy, and that it comes with the map and everything, and I'm super hyped also for the PS5 edition, so maybe I will transfer my save file over and switch to that. But let's see, but highly recommend it. Okay, it's Mario time, and he's just the boss of the Switch. Look at all those games. That's so many games that I see as a Mario game or a part of the Mario universe, the wider Mario universe. So let's get started. Of course, we can't talk about Mario without talking about this game. I think this is the best Mario game on the platform. If you have to decide on just one, it's Mario Odyssey. I mean, it depends on what you want, because there's a lot of Mario games and they are all different genres. So if you want to have like a kart racer, a fun racer, then of course Mario Kart is better. But if you want to have a 3D platformer, this is one of the best on the Nintendo Switch, on the system. I have high hopes for the new Kirby game that comes out in March, because it looks a lot like Mario Odyssey and reminds me of that. And I enjoyed it so much. I finished it. I played the Dark Side of the Moon. This was one of the first dates with my now boyfriend, and yeah, I have fond memories of this game because of that. And yeah, I just love Super Mario Odyssey, and also this is a staple, and if you have a Nintendo Switch, you need this in your collection. It's, if you ask me which Mario game you should get first, it's this one. It's this one. And also this 2-player multiplayer is also fun, so even if you want to get it for like 2 kids, or for you and your special other, significant other, then I recommend it highly. It's just an amazing game. 2017 was the year. It was just amazing. What games came out back then? And then we have a lot of remakes, because we have Super Mario 3D World and Bowser's Fury. Got this one at the beginning of 2021 because it came out back then. Have played like a few of the worlds, like the first 2 or 3 worlds, but haven't played Bowser's Fury yet. And I'm super excited about that, but want to finish this one first, and I should play more of that. So this is on my list as well, on my bucket list. Then another remake for Mario's birthday. It's the Super Mario 3D AllStars collection. This is also was limited and just available for limited time, so I pre-ordered it, and then it was available quite well, and then after that they took it off the shelves, and then I think the prices were rising. So, but I think you can still get it on eBay. I don't know what the prices are at the moment, but I especially wanted to play Super Mario Sunshine because I watched my ex-boyfriend back then, play it on the GameCube, and just wanted to try it out. And I think it's not supposed to be the best because they did not really improve it. They did not change something about the camera, and Super Mario Sunshine is a little wonky with some of the camera details. The Nintendo Wii was my first console, and so I missed a lot of the classic Mario titles, and therefore I'm happy to be able to relive that with a collection like this. So of course I had to get it. Also a remake, new Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, and I've almost played through the whole game on the Wii U. So this was like the remake that I bought that was the most nonsensible to get. But I still wanted it because I just love platformers on the go. This is what I played on my 3DS the most. This new Super Mario Bros. 2 on the 3DS was just one of my favorite games because I just tried the levels on the go when I was on the bus or on the train or anywhere, going anywhere, commuting to work, and I just love platformers, but I love them as a handheld experience, and this is why I got it again for the Switch, even though I owned this game for the Wii U. Same Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. This is a staple, you have to have it for the Switch. It's the same, even though I have it for the Wii U and I already played it on the Wii U, it's still a game you need for the Switch, and it's fun. And we had like a birthday party in December for my boyfriend, and people were playing Mario Kart again, and people love Mario Kart, and there was like even too many people wanting to play Mario Kart, so I had my Wii U out in the living room and the Switch back here in the gaming room, and then people were playing Mario Kart 8 in two separate rooms, because so many people want to play Mario Kart, and yeah, that speaks for itself. But on the other hand, I'm like, okay, this game is 6, 7, 8 years old now? When is a Mario Kart 9 coming? We need a new Mario Kart. It's time. It's time. And I really want to see that in 2022 from Nintendo, but my hopes are low, to be honest. I think we still have to wait for another one. Okay, Mario Maker 2. Love that. Like it. But I'm not a Mario Kaizo player. My skill level is not the best. So, and I had the feeling like a lot of the levels that people were designing were super hard. I'm also not keen on designing my own levels. I had no fun with that. But played through the campaign, enjoyed the campaign, played a lot of different levels from other players, but more like auto levels and stuff like that. And a few easier ones. I really liked the multiplayer update that came out, I think, a few months in the life cycle of this, and playing those levels with other friends together, that is quite fun. But also the network connection is not the best. I mean, we all know this. Nintendo is not the best when it comes to network gaming and network connections, but would be better if this would improve it a little, because sometimes it's laggy and then it's not fair. But had a lot of fun with this, just playing it with my friends together in the multiplayer mode, and would highly recommend it to you to try it if you haven't. Paper Mario and the Origami King. I really like this. I like the art style of it, but I played it for like 5 or 6, 7 hours and then set it aside and did not replay it, and the battle system was not my favorite and a little repetitive, and I'm not an RPG girl. I noticed this year. I don't like repetitive game play, I don't like grinding, I don't like XP farming, and this is why a lot of RPG games are not my cup of tea. And this is like maybe a little bit too RPG, because the battle system is just so repetitive for me. And I like more action RPG games where you have like the battle in the game itself and it's not round based. But it's still cute, and I always think about this game and I'm like, oh, I want to experience the story and the humor. People are talking about this being really funny, and especially the Paper Mario games being funny as well, and having a special kind of humor. So really want to pick this up, but haven't found the opportunity yet. Mario Party! I love playing Mario Party a lot. I play it with my friends and my boyfriend and my family, and I really like it. And they added the online multiplayer for Super Mario Party, which is really nice, but it was still dragging along a little. I really enjoyed it. I think it was a good Mario Party game and I liked it a lot. And then they brought out the Mario Party Superstars, and I love this even more. This is just perfect. If you have to decide which of these two you want to get this one, because this gets along without motion controls, and even though I'm a big fan of motion controls, especially I would love to have more motion controls and for the controllers in shooters, because it's just so easy and intuitive in Splatoon, and then I play another first-person shooter on any other console and I'm like, why does this not have motion control? And but with the mini games, I thought it was sometimes a little wacky, and just using the buttons in the old school classic games here was better, and it's just so much snappier and quicker, and you have spent less time in menus and explanations, and around is just faster, but not because of mini games or anything, but just because there's not that much filler time in between. And this is why I enjoyed this game more, and you don't need that much patience as in the other one. So would highly recommend this one, but of course you can get both, because then you can switch it up and play the difference. And I like the boat mode in here, so that you're in a boat together and you can play together. This is the one thing I would love to see in the Superstars edition as well, because sometimes you don't want to play against each other, you want to play in a co-op game, and this is fun as well. So yeah. Ooh, Mario+Rabbids Kingdom Level. Also really enjoyed this. I also played halfway through this one and I liked it a lot. I also played the multiplayer with friends and also my boyfriend, and enjoyed this as well. And I'm super hyped for the next title. This got really cheap, as any Ubisoft game does, kind of. And yeah, so try it out, pick it out if you like some strategic games. And this feels not as grindy as RPG round-based strategic things. This feels more like a puzzly strategic game, and then really smart and in a way, and how it incorporates the rabbits and Mario, and it was just hilarious to see like a rabbit Peach and all the figures. And so I'm really looking forward to the second one and highly recommend this one. Okay, time to get sporty. I have all of these and I haven't played a lot. I got Mario Tennis Aces like 2 years ago, I think, and I tried it once or twice and wanted to play it with motion controls and thought it would be a little bit like Wii Sports tennis, and it wasn't. It was hard, it was weird, there was like those special thingies that you can do, and then I just put it aside and did not touch it again. But I'm happy to have it in a collection, and it was a gift from my dad, I think. My parents were visiting and we go shopping, and I'm like, so, oh, I would love to have this game, but I don't want to spend the money because it's a Mario sports game. It's like, I'm not too fond of these. And he's like, okay, come, we're just getting it for you. And I'm like, oh, thanks, Daddy. Yeah, I'm spoiled brat, you know. I'm 30 years old and I'm still getting video games from my parents, but also this one. But I got this for Christmas. I was asking for this for Christmas, and it was out at a time. It was Christmas 2019 when the world was still intact and there was no pandemic inside. And this is fun. I played it. It's more mini games, so I think this is why I enjoy it more than the other Mario sports games. But on the other hand, I would love to have a board like a Mario Party where you have like multiple games in a row that you can compete with each other, that you have like only one single sports that you can try out and then game, and you have no times added or anything like that, no progression, no 10 games in a row. This is really, yeah, really bad about this game, and this is why I'm not playing it more. I would rather play some Mario Party with friends as a party game, or some Disney Zoom Zooms. Is it Zoom Zooms or Sometimes? Oh, I have to talk about this later. So cute. And Mario Golf Super Rush. Got this. I think was also part of a 3 for 2 deal. Never started it. Never played it. And I'm always thinking like, yeah, I should maybe do that. But then I'm like, okay, yeah, but there's 10 other games I want to play. I think I have to play these games when they are fresh, but when they are fresh, I don't want to spend €6 on them with full price, because I'm not that super interested, but I still want to have them in the collection because it's a Mario game in the end. But yeah, so... Oh, but again, that I almost finished is Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, and this is so cute. And I also have it for the Wii U. I got that for the Wii U, and then this came out and had some Mario Odyssey levels, and as you know, I love Mario Odyssey. And then I was so sad because I didn't want to spend the money again, and then my Nintendo friends gave it to me for my birthday back in 2018, I think, or 2019, I don't know. And so happy about that, played a lot of it, and I really enjoy it, so happy to have it. Oh, same for Luigi's Mansion 3. I really played quite a bit of this. So there's like, it's a hotel and there's different levels of the hotel, and it's like the levels in the game, and I think there's 8 of them, and I played like 6. So I should really just finish this, and I enjoyed it a lot, but also I forget about it a lot, and this is really sad because I enjoyed it. And there's also a video about me having a first look at it on this channel, so this is fun as well and brings up those memories back to that. And I can highly recommend it, especially when you want to have like a 2-player game. And I know that's like spooky looking, but it's not really spooky. It's not horror or anything. It's just a little fun, family-friendly spookiness that you can, yeah, play during Halloween season, but it's totally kid-friendly. So really enjoy it. Yoshi's Crafted World was a little disappointing because I love the art style. I love Yoshi. Yoshi is one of my favorite figures in the Mario universe, together with Toad. But this game is just too easy. The multiplayer mode is the worst because like the controls are super weird, and you're in the way, and then you're grabbing the other Yoshi even though you don't want to, and then how do you get rid of it, and you're in the way of each other, and it was just not the best experience. Even though the music was cute, the world was cute, the art style was cute, but the level design and the multiplayer mode was not that cute, and this is why I haven't played it a lot. Also the same reason why I did not get the Kirby back then, Kirby Battle Royale, but I really want to, because it's still missing in my collection and the new Kirby is coming out, but the prices are not going down. I don't want to pay like full price for it if the game is not the best. I just want to have it for the collection. So maybe I'd pick up a used copy of it, but we'll see. Okay, let's go into the platformer category. So we're now making a switch from the franchise order to the genre order, so to say. And this is still the Mario universe, but like extended Mario universe. It's Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. And I really enjoyed this game, but it gets quite hard at some point. I think I played it halfway through again. Halfway through is like a magic spot for me where I'm like, yeah, this is really fun, but there's this new game I want to try, and then I stop playing it and forget about it. But yeah, I liked it, could enjoy it, and I think it's good that there's Funky Kong in here, because otherwise it would be too hard. And do I own this for the Wii U? No, I don't own this for the Wii U. But so I had not that big of an issue in getting it for the Switch, but I think the Wii U edition was 25 euros and this was 60 euros again, so this was like weird. But yeah, it's a Nintendo tax. If you're a Nintendo Yado and a fan of Nintendo stuff, you know that you will pay a little bit more than the other console lovers out there. New Super Lucky Tail, got this in a sale as well. I think it's super cute. I like the main figure in Lucky, and it's supposed to be a really cute and good 3D platformer. And I love 3D platformers, they're really fun. But yeah, haven't started yet. Too many games, not enough time. Rayman Legends Definitive Edition, and this has been out for every console ever 3 times, and your smart fridge and anything. It's kind of like Doom that has been out for anything. And I would really love to see a new Rayman game for Ubisoft, but there hasn't been one in 10 years or so, I don't know. And this is really fun. The multiplayer is fun. Playing it together with other friends is super cute, and also the mini games. And I can highly recommend it, even though, especially because you can get it quite cheap. I'm laying this on a separate pile because I want to play it with my boyfriend again. Sonic Mania Plus. I played a lot of Sonic when I was younger, because we had Sonic and Knuckles, or Sonic 3 and Knuckles, for the PC, and my dad played it and I played it, and I was like 9 or 10 years old, so I was really bad. But I enjoyed it a lot, and this brings back nostalgia to me. And I haven't played a lot of Mario when I was younger, but I have Sonic memories and Sonic nostalgia, so seeing Sonic Mania in this, old school style was really fun, and I played like the few first levels. Oh, this is co-op. I never tried the co-op. I want to try the co-op. I am a sucker for co-op games. And yeah, maybe I'll do a new edition of my Valentine's video. So the games you can play with your special other on Valentine's, a co-op edition. So yeah, to try this out. And this comes also with an art book. So this is also really cute. I always love to have like special editions without having to pay special edition prices. Oh, and I'm super excited for the Sonic Frontier one, because this really looks like Breath of the Wild just with Sonic, and I can see myself liking that, if it's good. 2 PlayStation icons that came to the Switch. Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy, and I want to play this first before getting the 4th one for the PlayStation. And then we have Spyro, and I think I enjoy Spyro a little bit more, because it's a cute magic little dragon, and isn't that fun? But haven't played both of them, to be honest, and yeah, just got them for the collection, thought, yes, I want to play them, and then never came around in doing so. Okay, we have even more platformers. There's Ori and the Will of the Wisps, which I haven't started yet because it's the 2nd game. It's a new game, and I have to play Ori and the Blind Forest first. I am halfway through Blind Forest already, and I also want to get the physical edition of that one. Did not have it yet because I have the digital edition, and it's also part of Game Pass on the Xbox. So why would I get it? But then of course I want to get it for my collection, and yeah, so it's just Ori and the Will of the Wisps at the moment, but I'm quite certain that in my next collection video at the end of 2022 there will be the 1st edition of this game in my collection. Another really cute platformer, Unravel II. I played a few hours of this and it was really fun, but I want to play it with a friend as well, because I think it's easier in multiplayer. I hate games where you have to steer 2 characters and you have to switch between them, because you know, if we would be 2 people playing this right now, this would be perfect, but on my own it's not perfect. But it's super cute. It's also quite cheap. You can get it for like 7 or 8 euros if it's on sale on the eShop, but I would highly recommend it to play it with another friend and not on your own. But I think it's also enjoyable on your own, but not for me. SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated, and I played a lot of this. I played like 5 or 6 hours, and this does not sound a lot, but I think it's not a long game because it's a remake of a GameCube game, I think. But sometimes the physics were a little bit bad, and I had the feeling that it was a little buggy. But yeah, I enjoyed it, but not enough to finish it. But it's fun, and it was cheap. I paid like 20 euros for it, and if you see it for really, really cheap, you can get it. But otherwise, don't pay full price for it or even more. But I'm still happy to have it in my collection because SpongeBob. Who does not like SpongeBob? Okay, there's a new one. It's also kind of a platformer, but more Metroidvania game. It's Metroid Dread, and I played the first 20 minutes of this. And then the second Emmy got me, and I played it in bed, and I screamed in bed before I wanted to sleep, and then I threw my Switch into the corner and said, no, I don't want to play this game anymore. and this is how much I played of Metroid Dread. And I don't know what it is, but it's just so intense with the Emmys, and I think it gets better later, but for me it's like so, no, it gets me, and every game with like time loop time pressure, like Majora's Mask for Zelda, or if you're chased. I don't know, it's just not my cup of tea. I think my favorite games are 3D platformers and simulations and open world things, but if you're chased too much, and also the atmosphere is like really, really grim and lonely, and you're on an alien planet, and yeah, it just feels a little bit too unsettling for me to help me relax, and this is what I mainly want to do when I play video games, so did not play a lot of this. But I'm happy to have it, because I know it's a good game, but I think I'm not the biggest fan of Metroidvanias. Wonder Boy in the Dragon's Trap. Saw that this is getting expensive and wanted to have it for the collection, but never played it, even though it looks really, really cute. Same for Child of Light and Valiant Hearts, and I think Child of Light is supposed to be really, really good and really, really cute as well, and quite the special game for Ubisoft, because they usually don't do games like that, and they don't do that anymore. But yeah, haven't started it yet. It's a collection piece. Same for Terraria. I think I saw this for like 20 euros, really, really cheap, and I know that's a game that a lot of people love and that is really, really fun and interesting, but I never started it. I think it could be interesting for me. I could try it out, but I mainly go for the collection because I knew it's a good and acclaimed game, and if it comes out for the Switch, I want to have it for my collection. Ring Fit! My Joy-Con ring is on top of one of these shelves, and I played quite a bit, like 15 hours or so, and I also tried the rhythm game, and I showed it to a lot of people, and it was really exciting, and there's also a video about this on the channel when I tried it out for the first time, and I had a lot of fun. But to be honest, the story is not interesting enough for me to keep on playing. If this would be set in a Zelda universe or in a Mario universe or any franchise that would be interesting to me, I think the idea of playing an RPG with my body would be really, really good for me, because I struggle to get enough exercise, and this would really, really help. But the characters in here are super uninteresting to me. The story seems quite standard RPG. Oh, you have to defeat the boss and save the village, and all the villagers look the same and are boring, and I'm super indifferent towards them. And if it would be something in the Zelda universe, it would be perfect. And I know that there's like a hack, and people played Breath of the Wild and finished Breath of the Wild just with the Ring Fit Ring-Con and walking, and they really had to walk to move in Zelda Breath of the Wild, and they finished the game. So oh my god, you have to be shredded after that. But so interesting concept. I really like it, and I love Nintendo for games like this, and I love moving games. We will come to Just Dance later, but this one just did not cut it completely for me story-wise. The Fractured But Whole. And yeah, the title in Germany is different. Haven't started it yet because I got Stick of Truth in a digital version for the Switch. I wanted to play this one first, of course, and then not this. This is like also a theme that you can see. If there's multiple titles in a series, I always want to play the first one first, even though it's maybe 10 years old. The graphics are super dated and I will not enjoy it, but no. you have to stick to the order, and yeah, I'm a completionist in this way and a little bit weird. So this is why I haven't started it yet, but I'm happy to have it in collection because I heard that it's supposed to be really, really hilarious and quite good. Yeah, remember what I was talking about? Same goes for Xenoblade. I got this one first because it came out for the Switch in 2017 and was kind of a Christmas game, but for me it was a Christmas game because it came out around Christmas, and I got it as a Christmas gift for myself, so to say. But I played like 5 hours of this, and the story was just a little weird for me, and I was like, what am I supposed to do now here? And okay, with the blades, and it's complicated, and the battle system was complicated for me. I enjoyed Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, the first one, so to say, much more, but also not enough to play a lot more. But I think I played 15 or 20 hours of this. I really liked it, and there's like, I won't want to spoil it, but there's like a twist in the beginning that gets you so invested in the story and the characters of the game that I'm like, this is genius, this is amazing, this is how I want to be sucked into the story of any game, because I was really invested because of this. And every time I talk about this, I'm like, yeah, I should keep on playing this is good. And I love the battle system more. The battle system was easier, and I think it was improved. And so if you want to get into the Xenoblade world, so to say, of course it's easier to start with the first one, but I would also say in general the first one is a better game than the second one. But even though they are both great games and a lot of fans love them, but yeah, haven't finished it yet, but I think I should. Fire Emblem Three Houses. Also played a lot of this. No, I did not play a lot of this. I played a lot of this in my standards. But if you compare it to other people, I did not play a lot. I played like 10 hours or so. The first few battles and strategies, I think I chose the Yellow House. Yeah, I think because they sounded the most neutral to me. And I enjoyed it a lot. But the in-between battles, I like the battles, but the stuff you have to do in between, the completionist in me comes out, and then I have like the pressure of, oh, I have to do everything, and I have to spend my points, and I want to meet everyone, and I have to want to talk to everyone, and this is like such a hassle that I stopped. So just for the Fire Emblem battles, I would really enjoy it, but like all this in-between stuff is a little bit overwhelming for me. But it's a really, really nice game, and it brought me into the Fire Emblem series and showed me that I really like those games because I love the battles in here, and yeah. Okay, we did more than half of the games, but it's still a lot. So maybe let's try to beat it a little bit faster with these. Story of Season, Friends of Mineral Town. You guys recommended this to me, but I haven't started it, and I want to start it, but I haven't played it yet. But I'm looking forward to it. And I enjoyed Stardew Valley so much, and also a little bit of Harvest Moon back then at a friend's house on the GameCube. Was it the GameCube or was it the N64? I don't know, I don't remember really. And this is like the successor of that, not the Harvest Moon games now, but the Story of Season games. And this is why I bought it. My Time at Porsche, same thing. Watched a YouTube video about it. I think a casual gamer did a video about it and hyped it, and I bought it as a physical copy for my collection and bought the digital one for my tablet as well, because I thought I would play it on the tablet more, and yeah, of course haven't played it on both, but I have it in my collection now. And prices for this were rising, so this was also why I wanted to have it. Metopia! I played a little bit of that, especially when I was sick, but then switched to The Witcher and did not play any further along. But I thought it was cute. I gave all the people that went on the journey with me the names of my friends, but in the end it's an RPG, and I explained to you why RPGs are not my cup of tea. Pigment Deluxe. I just got this recently for cheap, for like 30 or 35 euros. I love Pigment. Pigment is super, super cute. And I had it for the Wii U already, but never played it there. I played the Nintendo 3DS title as the last Pigment game. And yeah, want to play the Switch version as well, but haven't started yet. Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered and Assassin's Creed The Rebel Collection with Assassin's Creed Black Flag and Assassin's Creed Rogue. I like Assassin's Creed a lot, especially the older games, especially the Ezio collection, so Assassin's Creed 2. But yeah, had no console back then and did not play it myself, so watched it mainly when my boyfriends were playing it. but I did not have multiple boyfriends at the same time after each other, but always wanted to play them as well, but thought on the go as a mobile game would be better, but haven't done it yet. Even though I'm really intrigued by Black Flag, and a lot of people say Black Flag is like one of the best games, but my boyfriend started on the PlayStation, said the graphics would be ugly, but I think as a handheld game it could be quite fun for me, so this is why I had them in my collection. I think one of these I got as a present from my parents for Christmas as well. Oh, and I found more RPGs. I don't know, this is not an RPG, this is an action adventure, Bayonetta 1 and 2, and I should really play those because Bayonetta 3 is coming out this year. I have to put them on a separate pile of the games that I want to play more. Oh, Xenoblade Chronicles comes on here. This is also RPGs. Oh my god. Too many games, too many games. Ooh. From the same studio, Astro Chain. Got it because people loved it and liked it a lot, but on the other hand also said it's not perfect, it's not a perfect game, and it's also RPG, but also action adventure-y, and then I never started it. But I think it was also part of a 3-for-2 deal where I got it cheap, so this is why I bought it and I wanted to have it for the collection. The World Ends With You, final remakes, and as you can see, it's still sealed. I wanted to get this to play before starting the new one, the new edition. But all my friends got it, loved it back on the DS, but said that this is the worst from the control stand-wise, so that the Nintendo DS version is much better. Of course, prices for that are through the roof, but I was able to borrow it from a friend and started it on the Nintendo DS, and I played a little bit of it on the Nintendo DS, but it's an RPG, same problem again, and yeah, therefore it did not open here, but I played it. I played it on the DS. Not a lot, but I started it, and this is why this is sealed, and I think I might keep it this way. Dragon Quest! I love Dragon Quest, and I love the world, and I did not really play any Dragon Quest yet. I played a lot of Dragon Quest Builders, the first one, and I loved it. I loved it so much, it's so fun, and I think I'm 75% through with that one, and I also swore to myself that I would not start Dragon Quest Builders 2 before finishing Dragon Quest Builders 1, but then of course I never finished this one. I have to lay it aside because I wanted to play it again. I started it and then I forgot where I am in the campaign and what would be the next thing to do, and when I'm at that point, I hate that, then I'm usually lost and would have to restart the whole chapter, but of course I'm not doing that. And this is why I stopped playing Dragon Quest Builders, but I loved it so much, and this was like my first entry level into the Dragon Quest franchise, and now I got all the Dragon Quest games for the Nintendo 3DS and also the remakes from before, and I want to get into more Dragon Quest, but I haven't played a real Dragon Quest yet, and I also want to get into Dragon Quest 11 because people love it and say it's super chill, it's a fun world, and it's a fun story, and it's so nice, and Dragon Quest Hero is also fun, and also in Smash Bros. Now, and yada yada yada, but yeah, too many games, not enough time. But Dragon Quest, I like Dragon Quest. And I like Monster Hunter Rise, I really do. I like the game. The problem is, my friends like it even more, and they hustled it, and they played so much Dragon Hunter that they went far ahead. And then I did not know anything about what armor you get for which type of monster to hunt, and here and there and yet and da 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 da, and then I fell behind, and then I had no fun in playing with them because I always felt like the fifth or third wheel on the wagon, and yeah, so it's I like the game, but just the group dynamic in my gaming friend group just did not help me in enjoying it more, and this is why I don't play it a lot, even though it's a really amazing game, it's a good game, it's one of the best games that came out in 2021, and yeah, I should give it a try again. I should play a little bit more single player maybe. I did not play the campaign at all, nothing of it, so maybe that would help. Oh, and I love tactics and strategy games, so they are both in this realm for me. 2 Point Hospital, really enjoyed, like, I think solid 20 hours of that one. So fun, so fun. Managing simulator, hospital simulator with like the weirdest, wackiest diseases that you can imagine. I have to play that one more. And Civilization 6, I really like the Civilization, but I can never finish a game. I'm like, oh, I want to make this different. Okay, I start a new one, and a new one, and a new one, and I never a single game versus the computer, and I don't know why. It's such a cool game, it's such a nice game, but it's also really time consuming and consumes you up. And then I still feel like I'm super bad at it and I don't know what I'm doing. So this game I still want to figure out, but I really like it. Oh my god, it's just too many games. Okay, another quick round. Just Dance! I have 2018 and 2019 and 2021 as physical editions. I have 2020 as a digital one, but want to get a physical as well, and also want to get a physical edition of 2017, even though I have this for the Wii U. I love Just Dance, I'm a Just Dance stan. I also want to get Just Dance 2022, but the prices fall that quickly that I'm always waiting for it to drop to the 30 euro mark, and then I'm getting it. And yeah, I love Just Dance. I have every Just Dance, every single one in the collection, played loads of hours of it with lots of friends. I picked up my first Just Dance game when I just started university, when I was like 18 or 19, and since then it's been a staple in my gaming collections and I've played a lot of it, and that's why I'm getting every single Just Dance. I know a lot of people hate on it and don't like it and think it's like a filthy casual gamer game, but I don't care. I love dancing and I love music and I love gaming, and this combines all three of it. And the game, the songs are getting better again. There was like a phase where all the songs were kind of weird and I did not enjoy them. But yeah, I love Just Dance, and of course I have Just Dance Unlimited, and if you love Just Dance as well, leave me a comment. I want to know. Yeah, this is the pile of multiplayer games. We have Nickelodeon Kart Racer 2 Grand Prix. I got this one this year, and I liked it. It's cute. It's like a little alternative to Mario Kart, with SpongeBob and Hey Arnold and Judge Siva, which is weird to have in a video game, but okay. Is it as good as Mario Kart? Of course not. But was it cheap and a good alternative and kind of fun as well? Yeah, and I enjoyed it. I like it and I would recommend it, but don't pay full price for it, but you can definitely play that. Overwatch Legendary Edition, and this is so interesting as Blizzard is now acquired, Activision Blizzard is now acquired by Microsoft, so we'll see what the future will bring also for Overwatch 2, and I think this should have been out for decades now, but it's just postponing and gets postponed. Yeah, I have this and I think it might be fun, but I never played Overwatch and I should maybe try it out. Maybe Switch is not the best console for that, PC would be better, but yeah. And this is just a download, so it looks like a full-fledged physical game, but you get a download code and you download it and there's no game inside, so that's a little sad. But yeah, also got this as a present, I think. ARMS! This has been out in 2017, this was one of the earliest games, and I just got it like 1 year ago or 1.5 years ago because I was always waiting for the prices to drop. I got this as a used copy and I really wanted it for the minigames. The minigames are so fun, playing volleyball or anything, and yeah, played it with my boyfriend and you get physically active, and it was quite a good game during Corona times and I liked it. Oh, Diablo III Eternal Collection. I'm not playing this very often, but every time I pick it up and then I play it with other friends, and the co-op options here, that you have like one game and you can play 3 players co-op on the same console as long as you have enough controllers. This is just perfect. And like one day when a friend that lived in the same house back then before I was moving was sick and could not do a lot, and just him, my boyfriend and I, we were just playing Diablo 3 all day long, and this is just an amazing game, and I think the physical copies are getting really expensive now, so I can highly recommend it. You can get it digitally, but I think 6 euros is also quite expensive for digital. But if you're looking for a chill co-op hangout game that is not super childish and just mini games, but something where you can grind together, experience a story together, or that's just like a classic adventure game, Diablo 3 is really a recommendation of mine. I like it a lot. Ooh, I forgot about these. We have Skyrim. I played this over Christmas. This was my Christmas game because I want to experience more Skyrim and get more into the lore and everything. And then I stopped again because the story is just not interesting to me. It's just standard fantasy world stuff. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I should bring you that, or I should become part of the Magician Guild and this and that, and yeah, and but why? Why should I do this? And I played a lot of it over Christmas to try it out, but I did not get hooked. even though I'm curious about the Elder Scrolls 6, and I think I will give it a try again, but I think I have to find my spots in the world that might have an interesting story to me. I would rather prefer to play The Witcher than Skyrim, just because I'm so invested in the Witcher universe. I read 3 books of the Witcher universe over the Christmas time and in December and January. I think I finished the 2 first short story collections and now the first 3 novels, and I'm just so invested in that world and in that story and in those characters, and in comparison to Skyrim, I'm like, yeah, this is just the cheap brother of something like The Witcher, and not from the game and not from the world building and everything you can do in the world, but story-wise it's just so and this is why I'm more invested in The Witcher. And Doom, the 2016 Doom edition, and I have this for PlayStation, I got this for PlayStation, and I got it again for the Switch. Why? Because of the motion controls. Because I noticed again that sometimes a mindless shooter is just a perfect thing to get some stress off your chest and just relax and have fun, and because it's so over the top and so stupid that it's just fun to do. But not without motion controls. I want to play a shooter with controllers, with a controller, but I'm just the worst in aiming, and my aim is so bad because I'm used to Splatoon motion controls and I want to have it for every game, and I don't know why not more PlayStation games use this, because the DualShock 4 controller on the PlayStation 4 already had this capability. A lot of the Sony games that go over to to Steam, and you can play on PC, and you can use a DualShock 4 controller for that, and then you have motion control, like Horizon. Then you have motion control to aim with your arrow, bow and arrow, but not on the PlayStation. And I hope that it will be better for the PS5 games, and I hope Horizon will have motion controlling. But yeah, this is something that's really frustrating to me, because every controller out there, almost every controller, brings it with it, but people are just not using it, and I don't know why. So this is why I got Doom for the Switch, because almost every Switch game uses motion controls, if there's a possibility to do so, and I like that. It's not motion controls per se, it's motion aiming. Motion aiming and motion camera control. This is what I want. Let's not talk about Smash Bros, because a lot of people love Smash Bros, and it's one of the most recommended games for the Switch, and a lot of people love it, but I was never a fan, because I suck. I have no skill for this game, and I try to get better at it, and I'm just button mashing, and I don't know what to do and what's happening, and I'm losing in the campaign to CPU, and I'm worse than CPU, and I don't know why, and I don't know what I should do, and I have the feeling this is like a game you have to have played back in the day on the N64 or on the GameCube, and then you build the skill, and then you have nostalgia for it, and then you're good at it, and then you like it, and then this is the best game ever. And if you had no training back then, there is no way for you to entry into this world again without spending 50 hours in practicing Smash Bros. And I'm not willing to spend that time on that, and this is why I'm not doing that. So yeah, Smash Bros. Not the biggest fan, but I know how important it is, how great this game is, but yeah. Beat 'em ups in general are absolutely 100% not my cup of tea. But tastes are different, and this is fine. And Overcooked 2 and Moving Out, those are quite similar, even though Overcooked is a bigger and better game and better franchise. My boyfriend has perfected playing this with a friend on the PlayStation and getting like 4 stars on every level, and it's like such a pain to play with him now. Because like there's one mistake where you don't get the perfect outcome, he's like, no, start again, restart the level, and I'm like absolutely tilted by that, because the worst thing for me in life in general, but especially in video games, is repetition. And if something is repetitive and grindy and you have to do it again and again, I'm out. I'm out of here. I want to have fresh experience and new challenges and new levels and new combinations of things, and but just doing the same, also time trials to get better times and be on the high score list. I'm like, why? I see why, and I see what you get out of it, but the price is just too much. I cannot do it. This is why I cannot play this with my boyfriend anymore, but with like colleagues and friends that are not experienced in it, it's really, really fun. I love Overcooked, but not in this household. Not with parts of this household. I cannot play it anymore. And moving out, I got for him really, really cheap for like 10 euros in a bargain bin, because it looked like Overcooked, and I think it's from the same studio. Yeah, it's Team 17 and Team 17. I don't know if it's the studio or just the publisher. I think it's a publisher. But this is why I bought it for him, but we haven't tried it out yet. So, yeah. Okay, it's coming to an end now, and I see those are just weird. This is a weird mixture of games. I think those are the games that fell down in the beginning, and this is why they're not in order anymore. Because we have multiplayer games, and we have puzzle games, and then we have like adventure games again, so I don't know. Maybe let's start with the Harry Potter collection. Love it. I love Harry Potter. I'm a big Potterhead, and I finished the first part, so the years 1 to 4, on the PlayStation, and I got the Platinum trophy for that. And it took a lot of time, to be honest, and not super much, but just quite some time. And this is why I thought, oh, I loved it so much and I liked it, and I want to finish this on the Switch on the go again. But yeah, did never pick it up again, but I think I should do so. Oh, and this was supposed to be my games that I have to pick up again quite soon pile, and now it's just a mixed pile of everything. Okay, then there's Rayman. This reminded me just of Journey and Zelda, and I liked it a lot, but this version for the Switch is really bad. I got a really cheap used copy because I wanted to have it for the collection, because this one was one of the first Switch games to come out in 2017, and this was also a game where I saw the trailers before I got the Switch, and I was like, yeah, this is on my bucket list. I want to buy this, and this is why I wanted to have it for the Switch. Even though when it came out, everyone was like, this is a cute and fun game, but don't play it on Switch. Play it on PlayStation or PC, and even there's a lot of bugs, but don't play it on the Switch. And this is why I just have it for the collection, but not to play it on the Switch. I played it on PlayStation and I like it, but yeah, just a collection piece. And Super Bomberman R. This was also a first day launch title for the Switch, but it was quite expensive back then. But one of my colleagues got it, and we played it in the office like after hours, but we just stayed in the office with colleagues and played there, and had some office play dates after work was done, and this was quite fun. And he had Bomberman, and I really enjoyed it, and it's a fun party game, a multiplayer game, and this is why I got it. Even though I do not play it that much with friends when they come over. But I'm super happy to have it in a collection, and it's fun, and I can highly recommend it. Super Bomberman R is fun. Disney Tsum Tsum Festival! This is a super fun multiplayer game, party game. I like it. I love it. It's like Mario Party. Mario Party is better, but it's quite close, and you have all those Disney characters, and the mini games are super fun. You have like a coin pusher game in there, and also a puzzle game that you can play on your own. And it's cheap. I think you can get it for like 20 or 15 euros, and people were sleeping on this, but I highly recommend this as a party game. Get it, or for kids. It's so cute, and it's so fun, and it's just so quirky, and yeah, I really enjoy it. I like it. I love it. And Disney Tsum Tsum, I have some Tsum Tsums, and they are just the cutest. So this is the main reason why I had to get it, and I am not disappointed. I like it a lot. Okay, let's have some puzzle adventure party games now. First, Big Brain Academy. I got this year. This is quite new. I think it came out in November, and it was also quite cheap. It was just a 25 euro title, and I played through it quite fast. But I also played a multiplayer with friends, and I streamed this. I did a little stream of this, just trying it out when it came out, and this was quite fun for me. And that video got watched by a lot of people. Not a lot, it was like 1,000 or 1,500, but yeah, I think a few of you found to this channel via this game, and this is why I really liked it, and I also enjoyed it. I did not play it a lot after to, train my brain, but I think it's fun, it's cute, and the price point is right, so I think it's a perfect family game, and good to pick up for that. Want to Switch. This was like a 50 euro title when it came out. It's a first day title, and I got it day one. just to demonstrate the Joy-Cons and play with friends, but this feels like a tech demo. This feels like something that should be packed with the Switch, but it wasn't. I think now the prices are coming down, or you can get it for super cheap or anything, and when you just look at it from that perspective, it's fun. It's cute and it's perfect to play with kids, but it's also perfect to play with your family, your grandparents, just to show everyone, so this is what the Switch can do, this is what the Joy-Con controllers can do, this is what motion controls are like, and for that it's fun, and it has a worse, so its reputation is worse than it should be, but it's also not a big recommendation of mine, because you should not pay money for this. This should be a freebie with getting a Switch. But yeah, it's still cute. Brain Training by Dr. Kawashima. Played this a little, tried this out a little, thought it would be quite cute, but I'm not a person to pick it up again to train my brain, and the games are not the difference from the DS version. So that was also a little sad that you just basically got the same game and just have gotten another game on the DS for 5 or 10 euros as a used copy and not pay 40 or 50 euros for this brand new. And yeah, that's a little sad, but still happy to have it in collection, because it's just such a Nintendo thing to have and to do, and yeah, this is where it's here. And the same goes for 51 worldwide games. I like this. I like playing this with friends. The multiplayer options are a little weird because you cannot play all the games as a multiplayer, but for in between and just a little snack bite sizing of gaming, and also bringing people that don't play video games usually, or all the generations, into the medium and show them, okay, we can just use this medium to play traditional games, but in a more convenient way, or you have like 50 games at once in your pocket without having to pack them, and showing them what video gaming can do, even in the sense of traditional gaming. I think, yeah, it's fun for that, and I'm happy to have it in the collection, even though I'm not playing it too much, to be honest. And this is one of the few games that has download game options, that you don't need the game to participate, so only one person needs the game and the other ones can download the demo, and then they can play games together. So this is fun. People, the last 2 games, yay! There's Puyo Puyo Tetris. I'm a fan of Tetris. I'm not really a fan of Puyo Puyo, but I think because I did not understand Puyo Puyo. But this was super cheap. A lot of people liked playing it at the meetups when Nintendo Switch came out, and that's why I got it, but I haven't touched it in 4 years, I think. So yeah. And this is also why I did not get a second edition. And Layton's Mystery Journey, Catriel's Mystery, I don't know. And I think I like the Professor Layton games. I played like half a game on the Nintendo 3DS. I think this could be fun for me, and this is why I picked this up for Nintendo Switch, but haven't started it yet. But I think I should do so. I think it's also out for the Nintendo 3DS. Is this also just a remake for the Switch? But we will see. And it's not Professor Layton, it's Catriel, which is Professor Layton's niece, I think, or something like that. But yeah, I should really try it out. I should play that. This comes out, this gets on the pile of games that I should really pick up again. Yes. Yes. Okay, and that's it. That was my Nintendo Switch collection for 2021. It's more games, but I think I talked about them faster so that we have like the same timestamp than last year. And so you can see all the games down in the description and in the info box. So if you want to pick up any game information or recommendation quickly, then you can look up where it is, and then you can see that. So thank you very, very much for watching this video. Thank you for being here with me through the journey of 2021, which was a wild year, and sharing the love for the hobby of video games with me, and yeah, supporting the channel, enjoying the channel, and being here with me, and I'm super grateful for that. And let's see how my Nintendo Switch collection will grow in the next few months. Thanks again, keep safe, keep healthy, and see you again quite soon. Thank you. Bye bye!